So we're making some seafood dressing, and this thing is loaded down with all your favorite seafoods. We got some crab, we got some crawfish, and we got some jumbo shrimps, okay? Listen, I know what you're thinking, especially if you're not from the South. You might not be familiar with seafood dressing. It's not something new that people are trying, nothing like that. It's actually traditional, especially in Louisiana. But when I tell you this became a regular in rotation at the holidays for me when I was about like 11 years old. I can just about guarantee it's gonna be the same for you and your family, all right? Listen, all the ingredients for this will be in the description box below. And then also make sure if you ain't already subscribed, how you ain't subscribed already? You know what I'm saying? Just real quick, hit that subscribe button, a quick look. And then also tap that notification bell so you can be notified whenever a new recipe comes your way, all right? Oh yeah, we got a good one, but let's get it though.
I do my thing in the kitchen. My name is Cord, I'm for the culture, and I'm here with a vision. We here to talk, chop it up. They say the odds are stacked against us. We ain't seen that bet. And the things we do in kitchens, y'all ain't seen that shit. Yes, Lord, let me talk. Listen, man, we here for a good time, not a long time. Matter of fact, we here for a great time. You now turned in the Kitchen Culture Podcast.
So we're gonna make our cornbread from scratch. Grandma did everything from scratch, all right? So we're gonna get us 2 cups of some all-purpose flour, 2 cups of yellow cornmeal. Come in with some black pepper, some salt, teaspoon of some baking soda, 2 teaspoons of some baking powder. Now we're gonna add a little bit of sugar. We not making no damn Jiffy mix, so don't go crazy. Jiffy has no place in dressing, unless that's your thing. But you know what I mean, we're gonna do just a little bit, couple of quick shakes, that's it. All right, so we're gonna whisk our dry ingredients together. Oh, now let me piggyback, no, look. We ain't never too bougie for no Jiffy, okay? Jiffy done been there when you had $10 till payday and a week left. Jiffy done been there for Sunday dinners and all that. But you don't want that sweetness in your dressing. All right, once we got everything well incorporated, we're gonna set this aside and start on our wet ingredients. All right, so our wet ingredients, gonna get you 4 eggs, crack this into a bowl. Now go ahead and whisk these together real quick. You know what I mean? We want these nice and beaten. All right, got us 2 cups of some cold whole milk. Add that on in. Then we got us a cup of some melted unsalted butter, so that's gonna be 2 sticks worth of unsalted butter. Add that on in there. And just a quick little of some of that vanilla extract, okay? Go ahead and just mix these together one more time. Take your wet ingredients and incorporate it into your dry. So while you're adding in, I would say go ahead and start whisking this stuff together. You know, scrape the sides of that bowl, things of that nature. And you want to start working this in before your eggs start trying to cook and things like that too. Now you also don't want to over mix this mixture here, but you do want to make sure all like your dry stuff is incorporated into the wet. So just keep working your wrist. It ain't gonna take too long though. You know what I'm saying? How we gonna do this? Get a little olive oil spray. You can also butter down your cast iron. I highly suggest that you use a cast iron skillet. It's just better that way. But you know what I mean, you can use a casserole dish and the cornbread is gonna come out just fine. But traditionally, and grandma give you brownie points for using cast iron, all right? All right, so yeah, once we got this thing oiled down, go ahead and add in that mixture, okay? So look, go ahead, spread that on out. Make sure, you know what I mean, everything is worked around your cast iron evenly. And I mean, listen, we're not going for picture perfect presentation here. This finna get crumbled up anyway, you know? So, all right, now we're ready for the oven. We're gonna go ahead and throw our cornbread in the oven at 400 for about 25 to 30 minutes or until a toothpick comes out clean when we put it in the center. All right, so the cornbread done, what you wanna do, so quick toothpick test, get you a toothpick, stick it down all the way. So if it comes out majority of the way clean or all the way clean, you're good to go. So again, we're gonna go ahead and rest this on our stove, let this come to room temp, and then you can put this in the fridge, let it just hang out on the counter overnight. Just cover it up, you know what I'm saying? Every good dressing is gonna have our holy trinity of veggies, and we're gonna start off by cutting up an onion. All right, so go ahead and slice this in half like so. Half an onion is gonna get us a cup, because we need a cup of yellow onion. Yeah, we're gonna need a cup of some onion, all right? And we dice. Whether it's yellow or white, either way is fine. Now, obviously for the holidays, you might as well go ahead and slice up that other half because you're gonna be using it for something. You finna be using it for something. All right, next we're gonna get us a green bell pepper. So just go ahead and slice these on up, okay? So cut these into thin strips, and a whole bell pepper will get you a cup. All right, now take them strips, and we're just gonna go ahead and dice. And you gotta add some celery. So go ahead and cut this up in a little smaller strips. For your trinity, you need a cup of each bell pepper, celery, and onion. All right, so we're gonna take us a pound of shrimp, and we're gonna season this with some unsalted Tonys and an ever so slight little doop of some salt. That's it. Now, reason being for this, now we're not going crazy with the salt and trying to season this down, is because we got flavor that's gonna be coming through the actual dressing and the cornbread and stuff. So just keep that in mind. All right, so now we're gonna hit our skillet just with a little bit of oil now. And also throw in half a stick of some unsalted butter. We're gonna let that melt on down. So once we got our butter melted on down, go ahead and add your veggies on there. So we got our onions, celery, and our diced bell pepper. So we're gonna let all this cook down for about 5 minutes. You know, I wanna get them veggies nice and tenderized. I season my vegetables just because the flavor carries a lot better, you know, as opposed to trying to season up the cornbread mixture. So look, we're gonna start off with some unsalted Tonys, some of that Old Bay, onion powder, some of that garlic powder. Now another option as well, if you don't want to do like fresh garlic, you do garlic paste too. Add some smoked paprika on there, black pepper. Hopefully it don't get in my eye this time. Now, this really the old school grandma seasoning that's been going for generations, all right? I'm gonna add just a little bit of nature's. Come through with buku of that sage. That ground sage is necessary for your dressing. Poultry seasoning. And look, don't tell nobody I told you this, but look. Or add us in some crab oil. A couple of capfuls. One, if you're not a fan of spicy, but 2 capfuls really gonna put us where we need to be, all right? Go ahead and mix this all around. Make sure that seasoning gets everywhere. All right, now as your veggies are starting to finish up, we're gonna go ahead and add in that shrimp, all right? We're not looking to cook this all the way through just for the simple fact that it's going in the oven too, and you don't want no super rubbery shrimp. So I know a lot of people, honestly, usually the way I do this is I just put the shrimp into the mixture because it's gonna cook anyway. But if you're having a aversion about that, you're just gonna go ahead and kind of sear off this shrimp real quick. So really you need just about like a minute on each side. That's it. All right, so now if you want your shrimp to be kind of like a little finer, you can also break these down in half or whatever in your pan. And that way that shrimp spreads further in your dressing mixture. But let's go ahead and turn this heat on off. So add in 12 ounces of some cooked crawfish tails, all right? So usually these will be in the freezer section. I'm just gonna add them on in. So we got 8 ounces of some jumbo lump crab. So look, depending on budget restrictions, I understand, because listen, this thing is loaded down with seafood, okay? You could also use lump crab, just the regular lump crab. So I got 8 ounces of jumbo lump and 8 ounces of regular lump. So while waiting on that to finish up, you gotta tap in with my cookbook, Kitchen Culture. All right, the best big bag cookbook on the market. I mean, it ain't all big bag recipes. It's like a good 3 vegetable recipes. You know, I kind of felt like I overdid it a little bit, but just let me put you on real quick. So it's all sorts of recipes up in this thing. So you got some buffalo chicken sliders up in there, honey chipotle garlic shrimp, you know what I mean? Cocktails, hey, that's me. Some basil garlic lamb chops, deep fried ribs, you know what I'm saying? It's all sorts of stuff in here, from deep fried goodness to holiday meals, mac and cheese, cocktails. The possibilities is endless. But look, grab you a copy of the book through my YouTube shop or hit the description box below. But back to the recipe though. All right, now that cornbread that we cooked the other day, go ahead and add this into our bowl, and then we're gonna crumble this up by hand. All right, so go ahead and get your hands in there. Make sure you get this crumbled up. A couple chunks is cool, but we want to make sure this is nice and fine. All right, so we'll go ahead and add that veggie and our seafood mixture on in. Dump it in a can of cream of shrimp, a can of cream of celery. And then 4 cups of some seafood stock. Now, I will say you get a deeper flavor if you make your own stock at home, and I can show y'all how to do that. Just comment below if you want to see the seafood stock recipe. And we mix. So the texture that we're looking for is almost like a oatmeal-y kind of texture, you know what I mean? It's like a delicate balance. Wet but not too wet. You know what I mean? We still want a little bit of, we still want some texture to it, but you want it with some bounce back to it. That's the texture we're looking for. Then we're gonna crack us in 2 eggs. Always with your dressing, crack your eggs in last. It's my suggestion. All right, okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and work these eggs on in. Get them stirred in. Yeah, make sure they all the way broken down. That's the perfect texture, huh? Whatever you're using, whether it's a large cast iron, casserole dish, go ahead, spray it on down with either some olive oil or you can use some baker's joy, okay? So the casserole dish I'm using is a 9x13. And let's go ahead and add all this goodness on in. Honestly, I don't know why dressing ain't more of a thing just throughout the year. Well, especially this. But, all right, now we got our oven preheated 375. Add it on in. That's gonna cook for about 35 to 45 minutes. Oh yeah, baby, come on. Look at that beautiful dressing right there, huh? Golden. Let this rest on top of the stove for about a good 20 minutes just to cool down before we dig in. Woo! Oh yes, Lord. When I tell you the flavors is going crazy, I forgot about the cranberry sauce. You don't need it. You don't need it.
Yes, Lord, let me talk. You tuned into the Chef Core in the kitchen. We here for a good time, not a long time. Matter of fact, we here for a great time. Yes, Lord, let me talk.